Hi, I'm Miss Jen. You see what I have in my hand?
Yes.
What does that look like?
A tooth.
It is a tooth. This is, we're going to read about Clifford's loose tooth today. This right here, does that look like a pretty big tooth?
Yes.
Clifford's a pretty big dog too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this would be about the size of Clifford's tooth if it came out. What do you think? Pretty big?
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at Clifford's loose tooth today. All right. Clifford's Loose Tooth by Wendy Cheyette Lewison. Illustrated by John and Sandrina Kurtz. Now, if I say the story is by Wendy Cheyette Lewison, who is that?
The author
The author of the story, that is correct. And illustrations.
are the people who draw the pictures.
Those are the people who draw the pictures. So our author today of Clifford's Loose Tooth is Wendy Cheyette Lewison. And our illustrators, we have two, are John and Sandrina Kurtz. And they drew all the pictures for the story. Story. Clifford was happy. He had a nice big bone to chew on. You think that's a pretty big bone?
Yeah.
What color is Clifford?
Red.
He's red. All of a sudden, he stopped chewing. Uh-oh, he said. My tooth is loose. What do you think he's thinking right now?
That he's losing his teeth.
That he's losing all of his teeth?
That he's losing one of his grown-up teeth, maybe. And that he's a little scared.
A little scared? All right. Clifford had never felt a loose tooth before. It wiggled. It wobbled. He was worried. So you said he might have been a little scared?
Yeah.
That's another word for worried, right?
Yes.
Another way of describing it. What do you think he was worried about?
That it might hurt when it comes out.
Yeah. What else might he be worried about?
That it might not grow back.
True. Do you ever worry about those things when your tooth falls out?
No, because I know which ones are grown-up teeth and which ones aren't.
Okay. Don't worry, Clifford, said Emily Elizabeth. It's just a loose puppy tooth. When it falls out, a new one will grow in its place. See, said Emily Elizabeth, I have some new teeth. What is she doing?
Pointing to her teeth.
She's showing him that she has new teeth as well. So what does that mean if she has new teeth?
That they're her permanent teeth.
Her permanent teeth, so maybe some of her baby teeth fell out and new ones grew in?
Yeah.
So she's letting him know not to be so worried. It's
Yeah.
okay. Emily Elizabeth went into the house. She came out with a box. What do you think was in that box?
Nothing.
You don't think there's anything in that box?
Or maybe her lost teeth from before.
Maybe her lost teeth. Let's see. In the box was a shiny quarter. The tooth fairy took my old tooth, said Emily Elizabeth. She left this for me under my pillow. Do you ever get dollars or coins under your pillow when you have a
Yes.
loose tooth?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's showing Clifford what she got. What do you think he's thinking?
That he's kind of proud that he might get some money.
Thinking maybe I'll get some money for my big tooth, and that's a pretty big tooth. Do you think the tooth fairy might give him a lot of money for that?
Yeah.
You think it'll be a quarter or a dollar, 50 cents?
No.
How much do you think he's going to get for that big tooth?
I don't know.
That's a pretty big tooth, right?
Yeah.
Clifford looked at the beautiful shiny quarter. Maybe he would get a treat from the tooth fairy, too. So he's looking for a treat of some sort. Off he went to tell Cleo and T-Bone. Said Cleo. I bet we can help that tooth along a little bit. Uh-oh. What are Cleo and T-Bone starting to think?
That it might be permanent.
Well, what did they say? I bet we can help that tooth along a little bit. What are they thinking they're going to do?
Help him remove it.
Help him remove it. Oh my. What do you think they might suggest?
Trying to pull it out.
Trying to pull it out? Let's see. How can we do that? Asked Clifford. Now he's starting to wonder. We can just pull it out, said Cleo. I don't think so, said Clifford. Why do you think he doesn't want them to pull it out?
Because it might hurt him.
It might hurt pulling that tooth out. Have you ever been afraid to pull your tooth out when it was loose? Yeah? Afraid of it being painful, maybe hurting a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could sneeze it out, said T-Bone. On the other hand, Mrs. Bleakman might not like that so much. Well, why wouldn't Mrs. Bleakman like that very much looking at that picture?
Because he's a big dog and his sneezes are really hard and they blow everything away. Our clothes, they're drying out.
So afraid maybe he's going to sneeze on her clothesline and blow all of her clothes off the clothesline, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be pretty silly. Maybe you could chew some bubble gum, said Cleo. Have you ever thought to do that to get your loose tooth out?
I've tried Laffy Taffy or, just Laffy Taffy and Starburst.
Something sticky?
Yeah, to pull it out.
To pull it out? Okay. A lot of bubble gum. Lots and lots and lots. What did she bring him?
A whole barrel of bubble gum.
Yeah, she did. Clifford thought about chewing bubble gum. He thought about the bubble he would blow. Bigger and bigger and bigger. You think he likes that idea?
Yeah.
I think so too. Looks like he's having a little bit of fun thinking about it, huh?
Mhm.
Pop went the bubble. What a mess. What did the illustrator make a picture of there?
The 4 houses covered with bubble gum because of how big the bubble blew and it popped.
Yeah. So you got bubble gum all over the rooftops, right? Let's see what happens next. Thank you for your ideas, Clifford said to his friends. Then Clifford waited for his tooth to come out all by itself. It was hard to wait. Is it hard for you to wait for your tooth to come out?
No.
No? You don't think it's hard to wait? You don't mind?
No.
No? Well, Clifford thought it was pretty hard to wait for his tooth to come out. But one day, out it came. What do you think's going to happen next?
He's gonna put it under his pillow and get money from the Tooth Fairy.
Okay, see what happens. That night, Clifford put the tooth under his pillow, just like you said. In the morning, Clifford found a very big treat from the Tooth Fairy. So he got a big what?
A dog treat.
A big dog treat instead of money.
Because he's a dog and then he can't spend money at stores.
That's right. Who gave Clifford's tooth to Mr. and Mrs. Howard for the seashell shop. Now everyone could see Clifford's big tooth. What do you think? Think everybody wanted to see that big tooth?
Yeah.
Yeah. The end.